doubt, ma'am. Like two tasks should be uploaded differently, right?
No.
Like last two tasks are we should combine it and upload it in the same file.
Yes, it is under first task only.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, now we see now it is task 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is task 2, but serially so I have labeled this as task 3. Okay. I'll tell you in which task what are the experiment you have to combine and upload.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, right now will you check the simulation results of the previous one?
No, today no checking, just today explaining only.
Okay,
After
ma'am.
that only.
Okay, ma'am.
So guys, you just label these as task number 3 or experiment 3, whatever you want, you just put the sequence like that. But what are the tasks you have to upload under task 2, that I will inform you later. But task 1 is closed loop configuration of op-amp and pan-pot circuit. That should be under task 1. You have to combine your document and you have to upload. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then today we are going to design the integrator and differentiator circuit. Better you open your notebook and start writing. So guys, integrator. What are the different things we are doing by using integrator and differentiator circuit? Not only the mathematical function we are doing, we are also designing different kind of waveform. So what are the different kind of input we are going to apply? As per that, what are the different type of output we will get? So these are used in the wave shaping circuits, right? And to identify the low frequency component and high frequency component imposed with your input signal, that also it can do. And also we are using this integrator and differentiator circuit in different type of application. Okay, already in theory classes I have explained about the integrator and differentiator circuit, and now we are going to design those circuit by the help of the operational amplifier. In theory these datas are not given, like RF, R1, CF, these values are not given. So how do we build the integrator circuit? By adding one additional feedback capacitor. Okay, we can make the integrator circuit by the help of the inverting configuration of op-amp. So let's see, we are going to apply two different kind of input at here. So one can be the sinusoidal input and another can be the pulse input. So V in can be sine wave and V in can be the pulse wave. Okay, so let's see first the input characteristic with respect to the sinusoidal waveform. Guys, you have to build the circuit like this with the 100K as the RF, R in or R1 is 10K, while the CF is 10 nanofarad. You have to use this value. And pin number 3 should be grounded. So what are the things we are going to apply at the input property? V offset is 0. As we know that sinusoidal input we have to use V amplitude 1 volt, but you have to try the frequency with 1 kilohertz and 5 kilohertz. These two things you have to make a note. You have to try with two different signal. With respect to that, you have to check the output waveform. Got it, guys? So
Yes, ma'am.
suppose the frequency is 1 kilohertz, what should be the time period? In the edit simulation window, what we are using no? 5 millisecond run time, right? How we are doing that? 1 by 1 kilohertz. How much it is?
1 millisecond.
1 millisecond.
1 millisecond. So here we are watching the cycle up to 5 times, right? We are watching 5 different cycle, no? That's why we are multiplying the things with 5. But now when the frequency is 5 kilohertz, what should be the time period? 1 by 5 is 0.2.
0.2 millisecond.
Yes, 0.2 millisecond into 5 time. So how much
Yes.
it will be?
1 millisecond.
10 millisecond. Yes, that you have to try.
One,
And
one,
1 millisecond, ma'am.
1 millisecond, ma'am.
yeah, just see that 1 millisecond if you give na, quickly it will run.
Okay, so we have to do it with 10.
Yeah, 10 or 5. It depends upon how you are running that. You try with 5 also and you try with 10. How closeness will be the cycle that you have to observe. That's what I'm telling you, no? Are you getting my point? You
Yes,
got
ma'am.
the idea. You will get 1 millisecond. But 1 millisecond, how many cycle it will give? It will run very quickly, no? 1 millisecond. Are you getting my point, guys? This is the observation you have to do. You can check with 1 millisecond also. Suppose the output you are not receiving, you try with 5 and you try with 10. At where you are receiving the output, that time only you may see. I will show you that. Okay. So this is the sinusoidal input and output you have to check. Similarly, you have to use the output formula to get the output. So we know that the V0 equation for the integrator is minus of R1 CF because CF is the feedback capacitor into integration of sinusoidal input waveform. So suppose the input waveform is sine waveform, what should be the output? Because integration of sine is minus cosine. Already we have this negative sign, so this will become plus cosine. So sine 0 will give rise to the plus 1. Okay, cos of plus 1. That we have to see. This is the thing you have to observe. Always remember that design of integrator by using op-amp. So this will give you plus cosine for the input of sine. It won't give you minus cosine because of the property of the op-amp. Okay, got this, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the next input is pulse wave. You may get this pulse wave from the voltage source only, and there pulse is available. How you are getting the sinusoidal input? No, you have to get the pulse. In that pulse, these are the different parameters available. So what are the different parameters available? The input, how much input we are going to apply? We are going to apply the input from plus minus 1 volt. Okay, it means the range will be 1 to minus 1. Delay is 0. Rise time 5 nanosecond. Then fall time 5 nanosecond. Width of the pulse is 1 millisecond. Then what is the period? If one complete period we are taking 2 millisecond, obviously one half of the period or width will be 1 millisecond. If a complete period is 2 millisecond, guys, what should be the frequency at here? How much frequency you are applying for the pulse wave? 1 by 2 millisecond.
5 kilohertz.
1 by 2 millisecond, right?
Yeah, that is 5 kilo. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
0.5 kilohertz.
So that you have to identify. Suppose you are going to check this for 0.5 millisecond pulse width. It means one period will become
2 kilohertz.
Hmm.
No, frequency is 2 kilohertz.
Yeah, I'm asking the period 1 millisecond, right?
Yes, ma'am.
0.5 millisecond. 0.5 millisecond for pulse width. One period will become 1 millisecond. No, 1 by 1 millisecond will be how much?
1 kilohertz.
1 kilohertz. So suppose the question is that design an integrated circuit to generate a frequency of 1 kilohertz and just implement the parameter for that. So you know how to calculate for the 1 kilohertz frequency. What should be the period rate and width rate that you have to fix, and this TR TF should be constant, this thing. And this one you may change 1 volt or 2 volt also. If you want, you may change as per that. It is up to you. Okay, delay, these three should be constant, this 0 and this one. Rise time, fall time, you need not to change all these things. So for pulse wave in edit simulation parameter, what should be the run time for the frequency of 1 kilohertz or 2 kilohertz or 5 kilohertz you got? what should be the runtime? Again, we are coming to that point, no? How you are identifying the runtime if the frequency is known, right? So 1/2 millisecond will give rise to frequency. So here you know that the 2 millisecond is the answer for this, right? But suppose you are not getting your periods properly, you may again change this to 5 millisecond and 10 millisecond. Okay, this is for theoretical calculation. So guys, I'll show you the circuit for the integrator. Is this visible, my screen?
Ma'am, we should connect that VCC, right? Minus VCC.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Just wait. My screen is visible, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, see. So here I have shown you another connection for the VCC. This is the alternative way to connect the VCC. In spite of connecting that plus minus 7 directly from that DC source supply, one long wire, instead of using that, you may connect this VCC directly at here. But here just note down, guys, what are the changes you have to opt for that. Exactly, the theoretical circuit has been implemented at here with the RF as R2 and R1 as R3, and the B in source is given at here, and with the frequency of 5 kHz I have taken. You may take for 1 kHz also. I have taken the value and name is CV amplitude. I have not taken any V, just one. Frequency is 5K, means 5K only. Okay. So let's see. First thing, we have to invert the op-amp. After getting the op-amp, then connect the required component at here. The main thing is power sources. How do we connect these power sources? So from here, the VCC we are getting, and just place the VCC at the top and the bottom. Ground is as usual. Here, don't write plus 15 and minus 15. Earlier we are writing no plus 15 minus 15. Here no need to write because we are mentioning here minus and plus VCC. The same thing exactly you pick from here, one copy, exactly connect in node 4 or point 4 or pin 4. Similarly, plus VCC you connect to plus 7. Exactly. No need to connect the wire because this will resembles with this plus VCC and minus VCC at this point. Okay. No need to make the wire connection. Then how to check the input and output? Again, you have to bring the VCC, copy one at the input node. In spite of the voltage probe, what you have to do? You have to connect the VCC at the input port. Similarly, the output voltage probe, no need to connect. You have to just place the VCC. But in this time, what you have to do? To avoid that ambiguity in between the name, what you have to do? You have to just rename that VCC to V in and the output VCC as V out. That's all. Okay. Now let's see how do we check the output. Okay, after this, if I will simulate this, there is nothing. So here one new option you can check. Here, look at here, guys. Add trace option is there. Add trace. If I will click this, I may get this window. So initially for your case, this all the checkbox will be selected. Okay. You may get this add trace option directly from the icon available at here, or here trace option is there, no? From that also you can go and add trace you may get. Suppose this icon is not appearing for your toolbar. Anyway, from the trace or this direct icon you may go. So after getting that, what is my requirement, guys? I need the analog signal to capture, right? And the voltages to be measured. So I will just deselect the checkboxes which are not required. I'll just keep two things, analog and voltages checkbox to be selected. Now you can see V in and V out, what we have labeled in spite of the VCC is appearing at here. So first I will select the V in, click OK, right? Then I will go and select my V out, click OK. See, sign will give rise to the plus cos. This is the way to see the output upon the other, one upon the other. But we know that option, no, plot, add plot to window. So I don't want to see this overlapping option. What I will do, I'll go for add plot option and I'll select two different window, plot, add plot to window. Then I will go add trace option V in, click OK. So my V in is appearing at the top. Then what is my V out? Again I will go to add trace. The color is changing, guys. So now if I will select the bottom one, I may get the V out option. See, this is my V out. But here, see, the cycles are very close. It means in my edit simulation profile, I have to change the cycle. Otherwise, one more option is there, guys. I no need to change that runtime option at there. What I will do, I need to see the elaborate graph of this, how the sign will change the cos. So here suppose I want to check it from where exactly the sin 0 is coming at 1 millisecond, right? So wait guys, I'll show you at a time, it will be good for you. Same color it is coming, no? So it may create confusion. I'll show you with two different color. Suppose I'll see the point 1 millisecond to 2 milliseconds. So for that, one more option is there, guys. Once again, we will go to plot, then axis setting. In this, I have to select some value from the x-axis. Where I have to select? It is by default 0 seconds. So I have to select 1 millisecond. Okay, up to 2 millisecond. Another one is by default 5 millisecond. No, I just change that 5 to 2. And then click OK. See the graph now. It is very clear, no? So now add trace. So that 2 millisecond or how much frequency with respect to the given frequency, how much will be the time period, you can easily define. If you want to see the value for the peak, how much you are going to define, that also you can see from here. Guys, is it clear? For sin 0, cos is 1 plus 1. It is nicely coming, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So you note down the steps. Nothing, just for this VCC connection you have to go to add trace option. For that V in and V out you have to write. I have written V in, but you may write it VI also, V not also, to identify which one is V. You may write V1 and V2 also, no issue for that. But you should know that which name you have given for the input and output probe for the VCC. Okay. So this is the example of the sinusoidal waveform. Then as I have shown in my notes for the pulse wave, you have to insert this data into the pulse wave and start simulating your circuit. I have shown for 5K, you have to do it for 1K for sinusoidal waveform, and for that pulse wave also I have given the data for 1 millisecond and 2 millisecond. You have to identify the runtime, step size, and you have to show me the output. What kind of output you are getting for the integrator as well as for the differentiator. Now guys, in the integrator circuit, how do I make the circuit to differentiator? What are the additional changes I have to insert it here? Can anybody say?
Capacitor, ma'am.
Huh?
Capacitor.
Where to use?
Beside R1, ma'am.
Beside R1, ma'am.
After?
Like near right side, ma'am, to the right side.
No, don't tell like that. Before R1 or after R1?
After.
After R1.
After R1. Yes, good, very good. So that time the value will be different, guys. 1.5K and 15K we have to take for RF and R1, and that C1 and CF also will be different. That value I will give you. So integrator part you got. If you want, take a picture of it because you have to simulate the circuit. Now I am going to show you the differentiator circuit. Is this okay, guys? Done? Just give me 1 minute. Guys, here is your differentiator circuit. So what are the data we have to insert for that differentiator? RF 15K, R1 1.5K. How we have calculated this R1 and RF, guys? Always remember, if I will take 1K, this should be 10K. 10 times of the R1, the RF should be 10 times of R1. So by calculation only this values has been identified. You may proceed this with your data, means what data I am going to give you, you proceed with that. But suppose you want to do by your data, that time you have to check with the frequency and the respective capacitance value. So C1 is the input capacitor, so 0.1 microfarad for that you have to use, and for C2 it should be 0.01, less than this. This is the reverse case we have to apply for the capacitor and the resistor. So just remember this data. Here also you have to calculate the runtime as per the data given. For the sinusoidal waveform you have to try, as well as for the pulse waveform you have to try. Now what is the V0 equation of the differentiator, guys? And if I will apply sinusoidal waveform, what should be the output for this? What is the equation for differentiator? V0 equal to minus of RF C1 into V in dt, dV in by dt, right? That is the equation. So if I will apply sinusoidal waveform, what should be the output at a particular frequency? Yes. Hello guys.
Yes, ma'am.
What should be the output? Minus of R1 RF C1 into dV in by dt. What should be the output waveform if the input is sinusoidal waveform? It is plus cosine or minus cosine? At least you tell me.
Minus cosine.
Minus cosine, yeah, that you have to observe. Similarly, you have to observe the output for the pulse waveform. This is today's class job. If you have any doubt, you may ask me. Otherwise, you are free to do the circuit. That VCC connection I explained, no, that you may go whatever the things I have shown you, or you may go with previous also, no issue.
Doubt, ma'am. On small
Ma'am,
doubt.
in that which VCC we have to take, because there are many ones.
VCC capsim ground. Zero capsim. Same, always you are using that zero capsim for that previous connection also. Guys, if you have any doubt, ask me. Otherwise, I will stop sharing my screen. Okay, go for it.
Ma'am, can you once share that screen? I will note that values, capacitors value.
Which value? You note down. C1 is 0.1 microfarad. CF is 0.01 microfarad.
Okay,